All right, everyone. Welcome back to another Jujutsu Kaisen Phantom Parade video. In today's video, we are talking about reruns, and more specifically, Sukuna and the JJK Zero event rerun. So, because those are like 99% of what people are wanting to see return. I know JJK Zero had its rerun already, but I think they have some stuff to surprise us with whenever they possibly rerun them for a second time. And we'll get into that in today's video. So first things first, Sukuna Rerun is coming out on JP probably soon. Probably the next couple days if I had to guess. So what's this mean for global? How would this translate into the global version of things? So let's say Sukuna comes out the 7th, hypothetical, or let's say he comes out tonight. Let's just say that. This was on the 3rd. Say he hypothetically came out tonight. Because realistically, I don't keep up with the JP side of things. I don't keep up with the JP release schedule specifically is what I'm referring to right now. I keep up with the news and stuff, of course. But what does this mean for global? So if you remember, I made a video called Global Beware. Gojo coming in a month, and that was a week ago, over a week ago. So that was pretty much saying that, to expect the Gojo out on the global side, possibly around this time period, around, was that August 1st is, I believe, the time frame that the video gave out. So as you already know, we have this would be hypothetically the Gojo banner. This would be the Shoko banner. This would be like the Nanami banner. And then this would probably, in this time frame, late August, early September, is probably when we would see the Sukuna rerun. All right? Because that's when it's the most recent hip thing out on the JP side. But, it kind of blows my mind because think about it. It was it June 1st or something whenever Sukuna came out? It's only been a month since Sukuna's first release. So could this possibly be deferred? Could this possibly be pushed back? Like, that's only 2 months. I don't know. I could see them easily dropping it somewhere. I guess at this point, like late August, early September, it would have been 3 months by now. Yeah, I could see them doing that. 3 months. Yeah, I definitely for sure could see that. But, one of the comments in my videos was, could you make a estimation to when JJK Zero rerun again happens? I never got Yuta or Gato. I'm feeling for you, brother. I am right there with you. I never got the Gato, and I would really kill to have that unit, that blue unit. So let's just take a look at the timeline of events just real quick. So the rerun came out for Sukuna. It's coming out soon, but on the JP side of things, where was it? Yeah. So right before they dropped the Sukuna for the very first time, they had the very first rerun event for the JJK Zero. And I believe that, because it's just now Sukuna's time for a rerun, that possibly means that it's time for JJK Zero as well, at least on JP, which tells me that, if I was saying hypothetically late August, early September for the Sukuna rerun on global, then we could expect like early September, late September, and pretty much any time in September we could have the JJK Zero event, which would set things up pretty nicely, honestly, because then you have October and then halfway through November to just play around with, because at least on the JP side, that's when the second anniversary comes out. And I do anticipate them trying to catch the global side up with JP by this time. So realistically, they have all of October, half of November to just push out whatever remaining banners are required for them to put unify the two versions. So that being said, why should some people care about it? I have the Yuta, of course, and that's like the main headlining unit for the JJK Zero. Why would I want to care about that? Well, I believe we could honestly, we could expect some possible SP buffs for these guys around that time. I believe that the second time that these guys come out will probably be time for the SP buffs for Yuta and the SP buffs for Gato, dude. I think by then it would be perfectly time and reasonable to expect something like that. So I don't know, dude. Let me know what you think, because imagine that for a minute. Like, they come back on that would be such a bait banner too. before the anniversary. Say they come out like October, boom. Say you really, really want, oh, dude, I got to have that blue Gato. Dude, he just got those SP buffs, and he's, like, way better than Sukuna or something, like, and he's a great support. Like, dude, I could absolutely, if I pull for this guy, like, dude, yeah, you know what? The more I talk about it, the more I'm convinced that that's something they're going to do is, like, maybe a month before the anniversary. I fully expect them to do the JJK 0 celebration. Sometime between September and October, they'll do the rerun. Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Ideally it'd be late September or early September. And, if they do the SP buffs like I'm expecting them to, that's still a little bit more time to save for the second anniversary. And I am fully expecting them to try to unify both versions by November 17th, by the second anniversary. So keep that in mind going forward, that, it's July 5th, and that's 1, 2, 3, 4. I can't count. 4 months. That seems like a lot of time, but when you consider, okay, fucking August 1st is when we're expecting Green Gojo, then Green Shoko, then Red Nanami, like just bang, 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 just 3 phenomenal units just back to back to back, and then people are going to have Sukuna dropping like right after on his rerun. Dude, August, you guys better, that's going to be a hard time for a lot of players for saving. Dude, they must, if they're trying to do all this and then like directly after possibly doing the JJK 0 rerun right after Sukuna, as well as, imagine if they gave out the SP buffs for some of these characters. Oh my God, dude, that's going to be such a difficult time for some players to try to not summon. But that, you know what that tells me? That tells me if they go that route and have like these characters come out with SP buffs to kind of celebrate like the second rerun, that just tells me that, the second anniversary or the first anniversary on Global, however they're gonna do it, it's gonna be heat. And what I mean by heat is like Sukuna, like with the flame arrow, Maharaga. It's gonna be some fire stuff for the second anniversary, and I am so excited to see what they do, guys. Let me know what you guys think. That's just my thoughts on everything. Obviously, they could throw a curveball and they hold off on the JJK 0 stuff until like directly before the the second anniversary. They could do it like late in November, and then boom, everyone's kind of screwed on cubes if you do decide to summon on these guys. But we're kind of just playing with the information that we have. Most of the basis of this video is based around how this Sukuna is coming out on his first rerun soon, and well, around that same period of time was that JJK 0 drop. So let me know what you guys think. Obviously, they could throw curveballs, however, which way, I don't know. Oh, there's the music. I don't know what's going to happen in the future, but that is probably my best guess. Let me know what you guys think, and would you guys be tempted to summon on these guys if you don't have them, knowing that the anniversary is possibly right around the corner, for at least on JP? Dude, I keep putting all my eggs in the basket that they're trying to catch these 2 games up, but they could throw a curveball and just say, nah, we're not catching them up. See ya, suckers. But you never know, honestly. Anyways, let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you guys next time.